I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. We'll see you next year.
But
All right, guys. We'll see you.
avocado dragon end. Okay, once we got it rolling,
Yeah.
I'm good. That was a rough
Yeah.
beginning.
That's all right.
Sorry about
No,
that.
that's okay. Let me look.
It's been a bit of a week. I had to go to the dentist twice
Oh
this week.
no, no.
Yeah.
Still working on all that stuff.
Yeah. Like I went in last
Yeah.
week and he's working on a cavity and he gets down to it. He's like, this one goes all the way to the root. You're gonna need to have a
Ugh.
root canal done. I'm gonna go ahead and fill it in, and then we're gonna send you over to the another dentist office where they do the root canals and everything. And I'm like, okay. He calls them up and they get me an appointment the next day, and I go into the other guy and they do their whole thing and they're looking at it and everything. And he's like, all right, well, it's gonna be like $1,500 for the appointment and everything because you've exhausted all of your dental insurance for the year. And I was like, well, does it need to be done right now, or would I be okay waiting till like the first of the year? And he's like, yeah, you'd be okay waiting till the first of the year, but you need to watch out for like these certain signs, like for pain and infection and stuff like that. And I was like, all right. So then I go home. That's Thursday. Friday rolls around. It's Friday night. And I start to kind of feel a little something back there. And then Saturday morning, I wake up and I've got pain. And I'm like, I'm going to have to go in and have this thing worked on because I can't make it almost 4 weeks.
Tooth pain is like,
Yeah.
there's nothing like it. Yeah.
Yeah. Especially if it's like a possible infection.
Yeah.
And he was talking about like you could end up with a cyst and
Mm-hmm.
all this other stuff. And I'm like, all right. So then I had to wait till Monday to call them up and schedule an appointment. And then they couldn't see me till today.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh my God. And then over the weekend, I'm noticing that like the other cavities that the guy worked on, the first dentist worked on, he didn't like file down the fillings enough, and so my bite wasn't right. Like I was biting down, and it was like I had like a little something. Like it was like you ever eat
Yeah.
Butterfinger,
The old
and you get it
chunk in
stuck
there.
between your
Yeah.
teeth. It was like that. Like my teeth wouldn't quite
Mm-hmm.
close right. And so I called him. I was like, yeah, there's still a little something there. It probably needs to be worked down. And so then he's like, yeah, you can come in, tomorrow if you want. I'm like, and that was on Monday. And I'm like, okay. So then I went in on Tuesday, and then I went in today, and so it's like back to back.
Yeah.
And then Bruce had a dentist appointment yesterday afternoon
Oh
as well. So it
gosh.
was just like I went to all of our
It's
different dentists in the course of like 24
Jeez.
hours. But yeah, they finally got the root canal done today, and the pain is just like
That's
gone
great.
now. And I'll go in after the first of the year and have the crown done over it and everything. But I'm so glad to be done with all this.
Yeah. Well,
But yeah, so in the meantime, he's just like, avoid anything crunchy over there. And like, okay.
yeah.
Which is weird. I was talking to Allison about that. I'm like, it's really weird having to chew on the opposite side of my mouth because I always chew on like kind of favor
Yep.
one side. And she was like, what do you mean? I chew on both sides of my mouth. I'm like, you don't favor one side over it's like writing. Like you write with one hand or do things with one hand more than you do with another. I was like, it's kind of like that with chewing. Like I chew primarily on one side. And she was like, no, I just kind of chew all over. I'm like,
No.
we are two different people.
I chew on my right side usually. Yeah.
That's right. Yeah. I always chew on my
Yeah.
right side. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, I was like, I'm having to chew all
Yeah.
on one side. Dinner was the first time today where I'm like, I can kind of chew on both
Yeah.
sides and it's fine. So it was nice to like, because like this side's getting sore because I'm not used to putting all the work in over there.
Yeah.
But yeah, so
Well, we've had a little bit of a week. Monday. So, well, Friday I went to work. I was just starting to not feel very good. It was like, man, I just don't like. I was starting to get like, I don't know, like, I don't really know how to describe it. Like, I just felt like my chest felt heavy. It was hard to kind of breathe, and it was just like, gosh, I just don't feel good. And I came home Friday night, didn't really do much, and then Saturday I woke up and I had all that. Plus, I just had this just killer headache. It hurt so bad. And I was gonna go with Mindy to. They've got at her school. They have like a festival of trees every year. It's like a Christmas festival thing that they do. And I was like, I can't go. I just don't feel good. And that carried over. Well, Sunday morning I woke up and I was still having a headache, and it finally went away like or like late morning. Um, and then I started to feel better, and then Mindy started feeling like crap.
Oh
Yeah.
man.
Um, and then Monday, I got home from work and I went out. Well, our stand up deep freeze is out on the patio. And I went out there to grab something to make for dinner. And as I come back in, like I reached down and my dog's out there. I reached down and I'm like, hey, buddy, like you want to come inside? And like I'm petting him. And I'm like, whoa, you've got like it felt like a mat of hair, like right up here. And I'm like, man,
Hmm.
where'd that come from? And the more I get to looking at it, his ear is this big around. Like
Huh.
it felt like a balloon, like I could squeeze it, and there was like something in there.
Ooh.
So I called the vet up, and it was like after hours, and she's like, well, and she's like, it's probably a hematoma. He probably like burst a blood vessel or something. And she's like, it's not an emergency, and I'm out tonight in the field doing some stuff for cattle. She's like, I can't get back.
Small town
Yeah,
vet.
and I said, well, that's fine. She's like, just call in the morning. She's like, I'll send a text out to the rest of the team and let them know you're calling, and then we'll get him in. Um, so Landon took him in after school yesterday, and they got to looking at it, and they're like, oh yeah, he's gonna need surgery on this ear, like,
Oh,
and they had said like it had swollen so much like the skin was pulled away from like the inner ear, and it was like they had to reattach all that and everything. And they said, we'll bring him in tomorrow, we'll lance it, we'll drain it, we'll clean it out, we'll stitch it and do all this. And then as Landon's leaving, because like he called me, had me on speakerphone, so I was um and then as they were leaving, like I was off the phone with him maybe 3 minutes. He sent me a text and he's like, the dog just like popped it open. Like luckily they were at the vet, but
and he just goes.
oh yeah, and it's just this
Oh.
pus that's just coming out. And so this morning I had to come into work late. I took him to the vet and dropped him off, and apparently they said it wasn't a hematoma. Something There was puncture holes, so something had bitten him and it was
Huh.
all infected. We don't know what it was because we don't have any other dogs. Like our fence is, we've
Uh
got
oh.
privacy. Like they can't get in.
Did I lose you?
Are you there? I
There
can
you go.
see you. Yeah.
Yeah, I can hear
Okay.
you.
All
There he
right.
is. Okay.
Yeah, we don't know what it was. Like the nothing could have gotten in to bite him because the dogs can't get into our backyard. Um,
Yeah.
and like our cat
Spider or something?
maybe like our cat. Well, no, they were bigger puncture holes. So like,
Snake?
well, I don't. Maybe I don't know.
Yeah.
Mindy thought maybe it was just his claw that got in there, but
Yeah.
may,
Upset a chicken?
perhaps. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. But yeah, so that they had to get that done. So now he's got like the cone of shame on,
Oh,
and we've
yeah.
got all these antibiotics and pain medicine we've got to give him and everything. But
Have you seen the cones they have for the animals now where it looks like a flower
no,
instead of like a cone?
that's
Yeah.
funny.
So it just looks like a big old
Yeah,
daisy
that's
head.
funny.
It's funny.
Well, what I ended up
Yeah.
getting him, it won't be until tomorrow, but Amazon, the vet recommended these it's like a head wrap that you put on,
Oh, okay.
and it
Oh, it like
well,
inflates.
no, it pushes their ears down so then they can't like shake
Oh.
or anything. Um, and it looks like like those little old ladies that have like a handkerchief over their head. That's what it
Yeah.
looks like for the dog.
Huh.
So he
All
gets
right,
to wear
I'll
that
take
for
care of
like
it.
10 days. But yeah,
That'll be fun.
it's been interesting. And then we had Harper's she had a Christmas concert last night, and then yeah, Kathy was sitting beside me and Landon, and then Landon's got his tomorrow night, and she looks over at him. She's like, "You've got yours Thursday, right?" He said, "Yeah." She's like, "Landon, that's football night. I don't know how." He's like, "Well, I don't want to be there either."
Ah, she'll be
Yeah,
there.
she will. She will. All
All right,
right.
you want to go over some of the schedule?
Yeah, so we're doing Catch Me If You Can. And then let's see here. What would I pick? Hmm, I'm looking through the list here.
Would you be
Hmm.
ready to do Metal Gear Solid 2 if I threw that on
Yeah,
after that? After Catch Me If You
that's
Can?
fine. We can do that. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
fine. Well, hang on. How are our episodes lining up? Like, because we are our recording schedule,
Oh
that will
yeah,
make a
yeah, that's
difference.
right. Let me hold
Yeah.
off on it then. We'll do a few movies to get through the
Hmm.
holidays, and then after the holidays,
Then we can do it.
we'll see where
Yeah.
we end up at. I'll put it 46. I'll put it at 50 for right now and see where that lands
Okay.
it.
I threw a couple new ones on here. I gotta get way down the list. I put on Loaded Weapon. Um,
I thought I had
did
that
you?
on there.
Maybe I missed it. And then the Hot Shots movies. Did we have those too?
Yeah, I had loaded weapon.
Okay, well, they're on there twice.
No, wait, no, I didn't have it on there.
Okay.
I thought I
Lethal
did.
Weapon.
Oh yeah, and hot shots. No, you didn't have those on there. Yeah, go figure. I thought I did. All
Hmm.
right, yeah, it's good. Yeah, I like it.
Let me.
I haven't seen those since a good
I
25
know.
years as well.
Gosh darn it. My tablet
Oh,
locked up.
when is that gonna be? Okay, hang on. Dag nabbit. When is February 2nd? Okay. 6. Okay, I got 52 picked out.
Okay.
Groundhog Day.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. There you go. That makes sense.
No, wait, that's recorded date. What's the projected air date? That's what I need. I need a February 2nd air date. February 2nd. That's Groundhog Day,
I
right?
think that's right.
Yeah, February 2nd. So I actually want to go on that day. I'm going to go a little early then. That'll be my 48.
Okay. So, so twice. Um, I have a serious issue with like the paradox of choice, where you've got too many options.
Yeah.
Let's do Karate Kid.
Ooh, okay. Where you want to put
Let
that one
me
at?
get back to where we're at here. Okay, so we Catch Me If You Can. Then let's do Karate Kid after that.
7, I think.
48, I believe. Is that right? Unless my thing's wrong. No, you're right. That's 47. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. All right. Look, come on, Karate Kid. Then we got
So
Groundhog Day.
next week, are we recording 2 episodes next week and then taking the week of Christmas off? Or are we doing one next week, Christmas off, and then 2 episodes on the second?
I think for now we were just saying like neither one of us had any
Mm-hmm.
conflicts, so we'll just roll through it like normal. But if we needed to, we could flex one
Oh,
way or
that's
the
right. That's
other,
right. Okay.
depending on what our
Okay.
schedules
Okay.
come up.
Yep. Okay. then let's just do that right now. Because, yeah, I don't think I got anything going on this 26th. So,
Yeah.
okay. So, next week we'll do Catch Me If You Can, then Karate Kid, and then what do we do after that?
Could do Metal Gear
Okay.
after that.
That's fine. We'll do Metal Gear after that. Yep.
All right.
And
So what do
then.
you got after that?
This thing keeps. Okay. Any Mars attacks?
All right. All right. So that puts Catch Me If You Can, Karate Kid, Metal Gear 2, Mars Attacks, Groundhog Day. All right. You want to flesh out any more after that, or kind of
I think that's good
think
for
about it
that
some more?
gets us through what 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 5 weeks.
Yeah. That's recording through the
Yeah,
16th. Yeah. It's weird to think about it in
I
this
know.
way.
I know.
Like it makes everything feel like it goes by so
Yeah,
much
it
faster
does.
too.
Yeah.
What were you saying? The thing we were talking about during the episode of doing an episode like
Recasting a movie.
recasting, yes. So I think that'll be a good recasting or
Oh,
see I thought that would be fun to do like maybe maybe we each pick a movie to recast. I think that might get kind of yeah, I was trying to think of like in the same episode if we could do it like a top three type of thing, but I don't think so. I think it's got to be more of like we pick a
yeah.
movie and then recast it in retrospect, or maybe some movies whenever we're talking about them that might lend itself as a good
Yeah.
category to kind of
Oh, yeah.
fill in a
Yeah.
little
That's
more.
true.
Because I don't know how much you could do a whole episode around recasting one
Unless you,
movie
yeah.
without also talking about the
Yes.
movie and rewatching it and everything.
I couldn't find
I'll put it on
these
there.
on here, so hopefully I didn't duplicate them. I put the City Slickers movies on here.
Oh, okay. And you were talking about Lieutenant Dan in the beginning of the episode, and I thought, oh, I should have done Forrest Gump for the movie for the first year, for the movie of the new
Oh,
year.
yeah.
And then
Yeah.
throughout the whole episode, I'm in the back of my mind, I'm trying to think of a good like segue question, and
Yeah.
I was gonna like change it up at the last minute, but I was like, I can't
Yeah.
think of anything. We're just gonna go with
Well,
what I
we could
got.
just like we could just save that till next year, and we could be like, we still don't have Lieutenant Dan. Well, let's bring or we're like, let's talk about it next day,
Yeah.
something like that. So yeah.
Maybe, yeah, yeah.
Have you seen?
No.
Um, it's like if you start watching Forrest Gump at like whatever time it is at night on New Year's, you can bring in the New Year with Lieutenant Dan.
Oh, really?
That scene will sync
I
up
no, I
with
haven't.
midnight.
Oh man, that's crazy. No, I haven't. There's so many movies like that where it's like if you they're made to time out
Hmm.
with something else in
Yeah,
mind, and it's crazy how that works out. It's some that's some
yeah,
forethought, something that I don't know that I have the patience for.
right.
But yeah, all right. Well, I can't think of anything more
I can't either.
than what we've talked about. We got everything set up. We're gonna do Catch Me If You Can, Karate Kid, Metal Gear Solid 2. All right, so 3 weeks gives you enough time
I think so. Yeah,
to play some Metal Gear
I'm.
to finish it.
Yeah,
You're gonna need to
yeah,
finish it.
yeah. I'm. Mm, I don't know how to say how far I am into it without like leading into a
Yeah.
conversation, but um, I think so.
Has he stripped down at this point?
Stripped down, like
Yeah, riding.
out of his.
Like, have you had to walk around naked with
No,
him?
no, not yet.
Oh yeah, okay. You're not there
Okay,
yet.
yeah.
Okay.
I
Yeah.
the last boss that I beat was the dude that was on like the roller skates. Um,
Oh, that's about where I am.
okay, okay, yeah,
Yeah, I'm just
yeah,
like a little bit
yeah,
past that.
yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, okay, that's
yeah,
good. Should be able to get
yeah.
there then. Well, and then if we get like to the week before and we're not quite there
Mm-hmm.
yet, we can sub in or
Yeah,
something,
yeah.
do some or swap it out or
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
whatever. We'll figure it
Yep.
out. But all right, that works.
Okay.